It's the new normal, really, for booking hotel rooms. You go online, you choose your deal, and then you click and reserve. We've been sold the idea that major travel websites are giving us the best deals possible, but there is a British watchdog that now says those websites are not necessarily on the up and up. It's telling them to come clean. Let's go to Kayla Hounsell, who's in our bureau in London, with more on the British clampdown. Kayla.
Yes, Heather, the Competition and Markets Authority here has been investigating this issue since last summer. They acknowledge that these sites are extremely convenient, and they say you can get some really good bargains, but you have to be able to trust what these companies are saying, and this authority here in the UK at least found that you can't. The 6 companies they've named are the big ones: Expedia, Booking.com, Agoda, Hotels.com, eBookers, and Trivago. Now, the CMA chairman says the CMA has taken enforcement action to bring to an end misleading sales tactics, hidden charges, and other practices in the online hotel booking market. These have been wholly unacceptable. And the organization has pointed to a number of areas of concern. So let's have a look at those. The first is search results. Companies weren't making it clear that how hotels are ranked when you enter what you're looking for might have been affected by the amount of commission a hotel pays the site, for example. They were also concerned about pressure selling, giving a false impression of the availability of a hotel by rushing customers into making a booking decision. So, for example, maybe it said on the site 15 other customers are looking at the same hotel as you right now, but maybe it was actually last week that those other people were looking. Discount claims was another problematic area. The authority found discounts were offered that weren't actually available at that time, or some sites were comparing a higher weekend room rate with a weekday rate, for example. And finally, there were hidden charges, taxes, resort fees that weren't included in that headline price. Now, it's important to note not all 6 websites were taking part in all of these tactics, but they've all agreed not to use them anymore, Heather.
Okay, so you're talking about this UK watchdog, and I'm imagining our viewers here in Canada, Kayla, going, hey, I'm in Canada, I go on these websites, I use them to find discount rates. Are these kinds of practices going on and are of concern elsewhere in the world?
Well, we know that these sites are growing in popularity around the world, and we have been reaching out to the companies in Canada to find out what their response to this is, whether they admit to using the same tactics, and whether they'll commit to making any changes. We do know that similar concerns have been raised in the past, including in Canada and the US. In those cases, several smaller hotels have accused these companies of falsely saying that they're sold out when they're not. Some have even tried to launch class action lawsuits against these online booking services, Heather.
Kayla, thanks very much. Interesting point of conversation this morning, and Kayla Hounsell's there in our bureau in London. Scott, you have to think that maybe the Canadian versions of these companies are going to be asked a lot of questions about this now.
Yeah, I think Ottawa's going to be really looking at this with the Competition Bureau. I mean, for example, I just got on a site this morning. I'm trying to book a flight to the East Coast, and it tells me that, booking that flight, there's only 4 seats left. Also trying to book accommodations, same situation here. So we'll see if there is some sort of response from Ottawa in what might be the same thing here right in Canada.